All right, moving on. Did you know that millions of Americans qualify for free internet, but they don't necessarily know about it?
And let me tell you, internet is life, Julia. You wouldn't be able to watch this without internet. Matthew Johnson, the co-CEO and co-founder of TruConnect, is here to explain free internet, Matthew?
Yeah, what's that?
Yes, it's not too good to be true.
This isn't a trick? We're not getting punked here?
No, it's not a trick. It's not a trick. And certainly for millions of Americans in the United States, what's amazing is that they don't even know about this program. And that's part of the reason I'm here today, is to really start getting the word out that this is an amazing program that unfortunately is not as well known as it should be. And so if you like, I can describe how the program works.
Yeah,
Please.
Yes. Okay. So the program is under a federal program called Lifeline, and this is managed by both the federal government and individual state governments. And what it provides for those who qualify, and this is typically individuals who are underserved, so individuals who are at a certain income level, perhaps on a government sustenance program like SNAP or Medicaid, will automatically qualify for this program. And what it provides is a free service plan for wireless broadband. So in our case, as a company, many of the individuals out there would qualify to receive this smartphone, which includes not only a service plan for free, which means free talk and text minutes, including a certain amount of free broadband access, but within this product is a built-in hotspot that allows you to then connect to other devices to actually have internet access at, in our case, probably 4G LTE speeds. If you're using Wi-Fi, obviously the speeds are much higher. Yeah. And so it's a terrific program. Millions and millions of Americans, in fact, by recent estimates, there's probably 40 to 50 million individuals in the United States who qualify for the service but have not yet enrolled in the program.
Can you give me a cutoff? I make less than this much a year, and I probably qualify.
On both federal and state websites, you'll see that typically poverty lines as to where you will qualify. A very rough estimate is if you are on either SNAP or on Medicaid, which are obviously two low-income programs nationally, you automatically qualify. So if you're on either one of those, you're automatically qualified. You can go to TruConnect.com and see what service plans we offer for free. And in California in particular, because the program, frankly, is a bit more generous, we actually offer this smartphone, which we manufacture for free for individuals who qualify for the service. Mm-hmm. Outside of California, the program's a little bit different. But what has changed with COVID-19 and everything that's happening with unemployment in the U.S. right now is that you can actually qualify for this program, whereas maybe a year ago you would not have qualified for the program. So both the federal government and state governments have eased many of the requirements to actually qualify for a Lifeline. So please go to TruConnect.com to see if you may now qualify.
Yeah, what about...
I have a question, Julia. Matthew, these were the... I read this about this. So this administration has continued to support these, even though these were called the Obama phones.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Here we go.
You want to get into
we don't
that?
have to make it political, but please tell us about that.
I'm actually glad you're asking that question, because this actually gets my back up a little bit. So,
No, it's fine. That's what we're here to do. It's not an attack. It's more of
I'm actually very happy you're bringing this up, because this gets me so frustrated when people start talking about the Obama phone, when the fact of the matter is this program is providing high-speed internet access to those individuals in this country who need it. As you said in the very beginning of the program, how can you imagine, particularly some of your younger viewers, how could you imagine living without internet? And you've got tens of millions of people in the U.S. right now living without it. And that's both in urban settings and in rural settings. The current administration has very much used the Obama phone name and metric to really undermine the program. And that's incredibly frustrating, because the program is meant to serve those most in need, and to kind of use politicizing and names to try to undermine the program. It's completely ridiculous. And a lot of the issues that occurred in the program back in the early 2010s have actually been fixed. So the fact that that's a common mantra of the current administration and many Republicans, it is immensely aggravating as a business owner serving this community that this program works. Just let the program run. You have all the requirements you need to manage the program and make sure There's minimal issues with the program as it relates to potential fraud, which, by the way, exists in pretty much every federal program.
So, Matthew,
And
I just want to make clear, I learned from Obama phone from my Democratic great aunt who called it an Obama phone. She goes, "Este es mi Obama phone." So that's how I learned about the program, okay?
I get it. I mean,
it wasn't made up by Republicans. Like, this was literally my Aunt Margot, who's low income. And by the way, a very faithful Democrat, probably the only one in my family. And she was the one who introduced me to it. But yes, as you mentioned, there were a lot of concerns about fraud originally about 5-10 years ago. Yes.
Yeah, and that's largely been cleaned up. And the Obama phone kind of name does both connotate good things for those who supported Obama and bad things for those
like
for
anything
those who
else.
didn't. Now, I will say that one point that's really important is the fact of the matter is this program was started by Ronald Reagan and further expanded by George W. Bush. So this is actually a Republican program initiated in the mid-'80s that has now turned into a wireless broadband program to support the same population. So why has this become politicized? It doesn't make any sense.
I mean, let's say whoever it is who wants people to have less internet access, what would be the reason to do that anyway?
What? I'm sorry, could you ask the question again?
Yeah, of course. You know, whoever it may be who want fewer people to have reliable internet access, what's the purpose of that anyway? Who's going to benefit from that
great
anyway?
Question. I got to come back on the show more often. I never get these questions on like major network channels. They're like, oh, let's keep it like very much in the middle. Yeah. Let me tell you why. Because it's a great political thing to constantly bring up. And so the idea that you can score political points largely by denigrating or undermining the program is really, kind of the mantra that we've seen from the FCC. And it's really frustrating because at the end of the day, all we're trying to do as a private business owner, and many of my competitors are in the same position, is just provide the service to those who need it. And as a business, we're trying to earn a profit just like everyone else. And our whole purpose here is let's get this service out to as many Americans as we can, especially now. I mean, you've got COVID-19, you've got massive unemployment, you have all these people who currently don't have the service, and there have been very direct efforts to undermine the program.
Well, Matthew, we're glad you like our questions. We're not used to hearing that as television hosts.
I mean, we go on network shows all the time, but I think our shows are better.
Yes, I'm going to say, give me more of these programs. I like this. Let's talk truth.
Okay, well, we're so happy to have you here, Matthew, and thanks so much for taking the time to talk to us.
Yeah, good to see you, Matthew.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
Really appreciate it.
So you have no idea all the controversy behind Obama phones.
I did not know about it.
Oh, that's like a whole subgenre.
I did not know you have one aunt who is a Democrat.
So I come from a very large Cuban family, so you can imagine there's not a lot of Democrats. But the grandma with an Obama phone was a Democrat. And she's the one who taught me. So, I got a cell phone at 16. My family's upper middle class, so I never needed one of those phones. But my aunt was always a constant reminder of what it was like to, live in the world of, Obama phones. Anyway, that was great.
That is interesting. What do you mean we ask real questions? Of course I ask real questions. What do you guys expect?
Everyone loves bullying journalists. I'm glad. And television hosts and anyone who produces content. Yeah. And I think it's really hard to do our job, folks.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah.
You have to know a little bit about everything. It's not really easy.
Yeah.
So, not always easy. Yeah. But anyway, we're lining up our first guest here. How you doing, Julia?
I'm doing fine.
You're doing fine?
You're doing fine.
You alive there?
Anyway, New York is opening up, so I'm looking forward to outdoor dining. I'm looking forward to indoor dining. At least I can go get food. I can sit there. I can get my smoothie. I can get my latte. I can, I haven't got like a tequila yet. That's on the agenda.